Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Royal Instinct. Today we're going to be watching a video talking about the millions of people who are living in poverty in a Western country such as the UK. Um, and you expect people living in poverty in um, less economically developed countries, but not a Western country such as the UK. It's a it's reality for many people. It's nothing that I take very lightly. It's a sad situation. But how did we get here? Why are we here? Why are there poor people in a wealthy country? We live in the times where the elites are trying to squeeze people. They are in control of major corporations. They are trying to push their own agenda that serves them and hurts you. Right? There's a cost of living crisis. Many people being squeezed. They're feeling the pain. Um, they are unable to afford um, energy, electricity, food, and shelter. Ultimately, the powers that be want ultimate control. All you got to do is go onto the World Economic Forum's website, and you can see what their agenda is, what they have planned for you. That they want to own everything, and you'll be happy. And the way they'll do it is by squeezing hardworking people out of their resources, because they'll make um, necessities such as eating very difficult. They'll make it more and more expensive. So you then have to spend more money, more of your wages to support your eating habits, food, just to sustain yourself, your sustenance. And, um, we also live in a time where AI is literally around the corner, ready to displace you, to take away your job, for you to make you unable to earn a living. AI, if you think your job's safe from AI in its current form, you might be safe, but give it another year, give it another 2 years, and people are going to start losing their livelihoods from this new technology. Um, AI doesn't sleep. AI doesn't need to rest. AI works more efficiently. If there is a problem with the AI, it can correct itself. It, it can outwork a human 10 times, 100 times more efficient than you can work. So what do we do here? Well, we have a small window of opportunity left where you can still outperform AI, where you can build a brand, where you can build a business for yourself, where you are able to outperform it, outwork it. So you become an independent state. You build your own kingdom, become the king of your kingdom, and therefore all the money opportunities come to you, all the power comes to you, all the fame and accolades come to you. You'll be able to survive in the next phase of human evolution, because although we live on Earth, we are existing more and more online. And once the metaverse has established itself, you'll be living full time in the metaverse. And then the only people who are able to live true lives here on Earth still are going to be the elites, and you can't beat them, right? I think humanity has moved too far into it. There's not going to be no big uprising where people are like, "Oh, let's overthrow the government." None of that's going to happen. The government has too much control. They would they've weakened too many people. And although you might be a strong individual, the vast majority are too weak. So the only thing that's left for you to do is to become an elite yourself, to rise to the top, to become a king, and then lead as a king, um, lead the people within your kingdom, and lead them to a better life, a better future, where the evil effects of the elites are not affecting your citizens. And that's what I'm doing here on this channel. I'm looking for 100 people who want to become kings, become the future kings, become people who understand what's happening in the world, what I'm trying to achieve here, who I can help build their kingdoms. And then just imagine there's 100 of us, we're all building our kingdoms. We all are kings. We all have a following. We become this super network of royalty. Of course, we will eventually become the world's leaders. We can go into battle alongside each other. We'll trust one another. We'll have real loyalty towards one another. We live in a society where you can't really trust anyone. Can you trust your neighbors? Can you trust your leaders? The answer to most of those questions is no. Do you even have any friends that you can trust, rely? Oh yeah, I've got a really good friend. It's like, look, man, if he has to choose between eating and you and picking you to help you out, he's choosing his own selfish self-interest, which is why you need to become a king and live a life and build a life of abundance. And then you won't ever have to worry about shit like that. And then you'll be able to provide for your friends, provide for your loved ones, provide for your citizens, because that's what a king does. If you are interested in being a king, in building fame, I can help you with that. The way we do it here is by becoming a subject matter expert, building a following, recording your progress, making content around it, and slowly becoming the main authority on your subject, on your in your niche, where people will recognize who you are, recognize you for the authority that you are, recognize you for the king that you are becoming, recognize the kingdom that you are building. And then once you are a king, all the money making opportunities come your way, all the dating opportunities. You will never be sexless again. You will have all the hottest women in the world waiting to become your queen. You'll have a you have a you have a massive harem of women waiting on you hand and foot. If that sounds like something that you want to do, if that sounds like that's the type of life that you want to live, go to royalinstinct.com and join the mentorship, and we can help you become the person that you were destined to be.
I shouldn't feel bad that I can't eat every day.
Sometimes you don't want to come home because you can't put your heating on.
I work 5 days a week and I still have to use a community shop.
I mean, this is the state of one of the wealthiest countries in the world, where people are going to sleep hungry. They can't put the heating on, and living in homes which are too cold. And even though they have full-time jobs, they're working as hard as possible. They need to shop at the discount store. Does that sound like the life you want? Does that sound like the life you deserve? It makes me very sad. However, you can't help everyone, right? The only way you can help is by offering a better solution, an alternative country, an alternative nation that they can join, where you will be able to protect your citizens. And it's their decision if they want to join you or not. If they don't want to join you, that's their choice. Most people think you're crazy what you're trying to do. They'll be like, "Oh, how do I become a king? Like, what? I have to build an army, take over this country." There's not going to be any big takeover. We are all living on Earth, but we exist online. We exist on the internet, and because we exist on the internet, we are able to get in early before AI takes over and establish our own kingdoms, establish our own following, establish our fame. So we are seen as and recognized as the people in charge, the main contributors within our field of expertise. And once you become a subject matter expert, once you become an authority, you're very easily, you get into those circles where you are seen as a king, where you are seen as a celebrity, where you get all the best opportunities that only are reserved for rich and famous people. Money will flow your way because you're famous. Just look at the Kardashians. Like they made all their money because they're famous. They didn't make the money because they have a great marketing strategy. They just slowly built their fame, and were able to become billionaires in the process. I think Kylie Jenner's a billionaire. She owns $1 billion company. You know, she done nothing special. She just got lucky. You know, she's not even attractive. She just got very good plastic surgery done. You know, and I'm not saying that with any hate. You know, I'm saying that with you know, good for her, right? But you know, if she's able to do it, why can't you do it? You know, and you come down to this. Oh, I don't have a famous family. You know, my sister's not a famous person. That, you know, we can build your fame, right? You can join the family, the royal family that we are building. We can build your kingdom within it. Get in on the ground up. There's only a small chance, a small window of opportunity that you have left to do this before AI shuts that door forever. You know, I don't want you to living in poverty. I want you to live in abundance. Eat as much food as you want. Use as many resources as you want. And in the process, you also become a leader, the leader that the people need. If this makes sense to you and you understand what I'm on about, go to royalinstinct.com and let's change the course of humanity and save these people.
Millions of people in the UK are in paid employment, but still struggling to make ends meet.
We are penny pinching. We're counting the pennies every day.
So I have school today, and then after school, right after school, I have work. So I could get home between 11 and 1:30.
So this person, you know, she's trying to better herself. She's trying to improve herself. She's trying to get an education so she can get a better job, so she can support herself in the future. However, what she doesn't realize is there is no future left. AI is going to be able to outdo her job. Even if she's got a physical job, you know, robots are being built right now and designed to take over manual labor, right? Once driverless cars come, there's not going to be any need for you to drive an Uber, for you to drive a bus, a taxi, for you to do any food deliveries, because, you know, Amazon is going to deliver all these products via drones in the future. And if you don't believe me, just Google it, Amazon drones, and type in Amazon delivery drones, and you'll see what they have in store right now. They're testing it out in America already, in certain states. They're testing it out. And then you know, what are all these people going to do for jobs? That they're going to be made redundant. They won't be needed anymore. They'll be pushed to the side. And if they have any resources, any property left, they'll be exchanged for food until, you know, the government sees that fit. And then, you know, maybe a pandemic comes around and takes out all those people who can't afford a vaccine anymore. You know, something like that, right? It sounds crazy, but if you see what's going on, you can envision a world where this is possible. And even if you think it's not possible, wouldn't you rather just in case, protect yourself? Let's imagine Putin, the Russian leader, the boogeyman right now. What if he comes into power, right? And he wants, you know, says, all right, I'm going to kill all these people. Could an evil person like that do it? I mean, he's already at war with Ukraine. You know, his best friend is Xi Jinping, the president of China. It's possible, guys. You need to open your eyes. You need to be able to imagine the worst case scenario and protect against it and hope it never happens, right? But even if it doesn't happen, wouldn't you rather just be at the top, be a king, have all the opportunities that the world has to offer aimed at you? If you feel like you are a king, if you feel like you are someone who wants to live that luxurious life, live a better life, have all the opportunities in the world, then go to royalinstinct.com and work with me to build your kingdom.
Yeah, tired already. I'm tired in advance. I don't talk to my family. I live by myself, so I have to do everything by myself.
The final year of school is never easy, but when you're on your own, it's more than just exams and deadlines.
Groceries, budgets, all of that kind of stuff, that's me. Otherwise it just won't get done. I pack lunch, packets of noodles, because it's cheaper to do that. Everything's getting more expensive, but you're not getting any richer, you're not getting paid anymore.
So yeah, like, you know, wages are stagnant. food prices are going up, cost of living's going up, and it's going to get worse and worse. These are systems designed intentionally, right? And they sell it to you under the guise of, oh, because of climate change, we're gonna stop this bill. Because of to protect wildlife, farms can only have half the amount of livestock there anymore. What do you think happens to meat prices? They go up because there's less food being produced. And who can afford the food? Rich people. This is a vicious plan that's now being increased to get the people at the bottom to surrender the last bit of power that they have. I mean, Klaus Schwab from the World Economic Forum has already said that in the future there will be no need to vote in any elections, because AI supercomputers will be able to determine the best candidate to choose. Right? Don't you think that those entities can also program the supercomputers to give a certain result? Have you ever heard of hackers? It's possible. And you'll have no say in this. You'll have no say. You're going to be squeezed. You're going to be pushed to the side. And the powers that be, they will come in and sweep in all the spoils of war. They will get all the resources, all the opportunities. Their families will live forever. They will build dynasties long after your dynasty ends, your lineage ends with you. If you understand what I'm trying to say, if you don't want to be part of this horrific dystopian future, you need to do something about it. And what I tell you to do is to become famous, to join the people at top, to become the leader that you need. Because if you're looking around looking for leadership, there's many billion people on Earth who feel the same. The only difference is between you and them is once you get into power is I hope you carry on being a good person and doing right by humanity. Okay. You can't save everyone, right? Save those who want to be saved. Save those people who follow you and believe in you. And what I suggest is that you become a subject matter expert in something that you are passionate about. Build fame, build authority in your domain of expertise. And even if you're not an expert right now, I can help you become one. I can tell you how to go about that, how to build an audience, how to build fame, how to build a following, rise to the top, become a subject matter expert, so you're seen as an authority. And once you're seen as an authority, it's very easy for you to become a king, to build a kingdom. And once you are a king, other kings such as myself will recognize you for who you are, and then you can fight alongside me to take on the evils of the world, to help poor people like this person. Like she works very hard. She's studying and she's working, and she deserves an opportunity to live a good life, to get rewarded for her effort. But that's not the world that we live in anymore. AI is coming. AI is going to, whatever thing that she's studying for, there will be AI able to do that job 10 times better than her, 100 times better than her. And then she's just going to be forgotten by society because she has nothing to contribute at that point. She's not rich. She's not, she has nothing to do. She'll be made redundant and pushed to the side. And that's going to happen to a lot of you who are watching. That's going to happen to, many people think that this is some sort of conspiracy, that this can never happen in the Western world. She's struggling right now. She's living in poverty. She's not able to afford proper food and nourishment for herself. And, once AI gets even better than it is now, it's game over, guys. I don't know what else to tell you. It's like, the only thing you can do is start being nice to the people who are in charge, so they show mercy and spare you, or you can decide to, like, fuck that. I'm going to, take control of my destiny. It's my destiny to be a king. It's my destiny to live a better life, and start making the correct decisions in order for you to become seen as a king, to build your fame, to build your empire, so you can survive the next phase of human evolution.
So it's like you either have to save excessively or you pay for food and you don't have money left over for bills and stuff like that. I shouldn't feel bad that I can't eat every day. That's not a good thing at all.
How long have you had to go without food?
Probably longest, maybe 2 or 3 days. Hopefully no one else has to be in this situation, but water helps. Like, because you trick yourself into feeding.
I mean, does that sound right to you? That she has to trick herself into putting something into her stomach because she can't afford any food. That's the situation where we're at, guys. If you don't get it together, if you don't, build an empire, even if you have even if you have money and no fame, you are going to be left behind, because more famous people are going to be able to outwork you with less effort and make more money than you. And as prices increase, your money will run out. However, when you have fame, you have a very easy ability to generate new income, because being a famous person, being someone who has a following, you're able to find new business opportunities. You're able to have a business idea, bring that business to market, and quickly make money out of that business because you are marketing to your audience. Okay, if you're someone who's got a great business idea, but you're not famous, no one knows who you are, and it's going to take a long time for you to build up that brand. And what is building up a brand? It's literally building up recognition of your company, which is in essence fame. McDonald's is a famous company. It's the most widely recognized company, and it always makes money. If you want unlimited business opportunities, if you want to make unlimited money, then you have to become famous.
For.
Kafira is retaking her last year of school after balancing work, studies, and housing became too much.
I was just skipping a lot more to work so that I'd have money to pay my rent. By doing that, I did.
I mean, that sounds like a never-ending cycle. So she's studying for a better job, but she has to have a job to be able to afford her life and fund for her ability to study. Because she needed more money, she had to skip her education to do more hours at work. And then because she missed so much of her study time, she ended up failing that year, having to redo it, and now she's spending twice the amount of money, energy, and resources. It sounds like a never-ending cycle. If you were someone famous, she wouldn't even have to study. She'll be making, because why is she studying? Is she that passionate about whatever she's doing? I don't know. Who knows, right? It's probably because she wants to make more money and to be able to enjoy a good life, right? The magic pill, the quickest way to do it is by becoming a subject matter expert, because it's the quickest way to fame. It's the easiest way to fame. You're already passionate about it. The great thing about it is you'll never be lazy. You'll always be able to beat procrastination, because you thoroughly enjoy doing what you're doing. You're doing what you love, and that way you'll always be motivated to learn about your subject, to make content around your subject. And my method of making content is very easy. It doesn't take making big scripts, but you have to learn about what you're doing, and then you're just relaying and updating your audience about what you're doing. And you do it consistently enough. After a while, your following grows, and then it just becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where you just keep growing and growing and growing. As you grow, you get more money, more money, more money. You're growing, growing. Money, money, money. And then once you reach a certain level, like myself, you are a king. You will have a kingdom. You'll date all the beautiful women in the world. You will have all the opportunities in the world. You'll be seen as a genius businessman and a marketing guru. You'll be seen as the person with the Midas touch. You'll be seen as someone who is very competent, and people will default to your leadership. They'll see you as a very intelligent person, just because you were able to take control of this upward momentum, of this positive cycle of growing your kingdom. Right? No one doubts a king. Right? No one doubts a king. If that's the type of life that you want, if that's the type of opportunities that you want to have as well, then go to royalinstinct.com. Together, I can help you become famous. I can help you build a following, become a subject matter expert, and we will both build a kingdom side by side. And you get to join a network of 100 people who are all kings, building their network, building their kingdoms, and living the prosperous life. So we don't have to struggle like this lady.
Almost cost myself my education. School have helped me quite a bit. I think everyone noticed the stuff were not great for me. I wasn't really eating properly, sleeping properly, doing anything properly. I guess the hardest thing about it is like no one really taught me how to do it.
Politicians repeatedly tell voters the best way out of hardship is to get a job. But for a growing number of people, it's just not enough.
When it's a choice between
If the solution out of poverty is to get a job, but now AI is coming in to displace 80% of the workforce, what hope do we have? No, most people won't make it into the next evolution. You're going to see the human population take a nosedive very quickly. If you want to save your loved ones, if you want to save yourself, your future generations, your future children, you need to build an empire. You need to become a king, build a kingdom, become rich as fuck. And the only way to do it is by becoming famous. It's the last thing that's left that AI can't displace you yet. I mean, there's already OnlyFans girls that are generated, by AI. AI generated OnlyFans content. That's displacing real OnlyFans girls. Okay, there's OnlyFans girls who are using an AI tool that generates fake chat. So it looks like you're chatting to the girl, but it's really you're chatting to the AI machine. And like AI OnlyFans creators are really up in arms about this, because they are like, oh, they're taking away our jobs. It's coming for all of us. Okay, it's coming for all of us. The only thing that's left for you to do is to become a subject matter expert in something where you are a unique authority. I can help you find that. And then by becoming a unique authority in that field, you can never be displaced. You can never be challenged. You can build a unique kingdom surrounded by yourself. You have a moat around you that's unpenetrable. And that way you'll be safe forever. And as you continue to build your kingdom, gain more fame, gain more fans, gain more wealth, build more wealth, enlarge your kingdom, build your kingdom, conquer territory. You have to go on this journey. You have to displace the current system. Otherwise, you'll also be living in poverty. Your children will be living in poverty.
you getting some new shoes and your daughter getting some new shoes, you buy yourself some super glue to glue your shoes together, and I do. And it shouldn't have to be like that. It really shouldn't. No. I don't do a weekly shop. I can shop daily for bargains, and I can go from one supermarket to another. And we are penny pinching. We're counting the pennies every day.
Once you've bought all the essentials for the month, how much are you left with?
Nothing. Nothing.
So, this lady is living paycheck to paycheck, barely surviving, as she said, penny pinching. And you can see how emotional she is, how distressed she is. It's a sad situation. It's not I'm not making fun of her. I don't wish that upon anyone, especially someone living in a wealthy country like Britain. But that's the situation we're in. That's where we find ourselves. And it's going to get a lot worse. Whatever job she's got in the future, that job won't exist because robots or AI will be able to do it. Okay, machines will be able to do it much more efficiently. And slowly, most of humanity, that the working class will be phased out, because if the working class are not working, then they're useless class, and that's how the elites will see you. Again, if you don't want to fall into this category, if you want to protect yourselves, you have to become rich and famous. It's the only thing that's left that AI can't take away from you yet. So you have to do this within, I believe you have to start this year. If you haven't started by this year, maybe next year, maybe, I don't know. I'll know more about that, by December. I'll be able to tell where we're at, where the state of play is. But if you don't want to end up like these people in this documentary here, then go to royalinstinct.com. Talk to me about how we're going to make you a subject matter expert. How are we going to build your kingdom? How do we ensure you reach the top and become someone famous, someone who is seen as a king, and someone who truly is living an abundant life of a king? If that's what you want to do, again, royalinstinct.com, and build your kingdom alongside my kingdom. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you soon.